right, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning all. Let's go ahead and start seated. We are going to start seated on a pillow or whatever you have. You want to wiggle down to the front, of course. I'm going to go easy seated. Mom is going to go with butterfly, whatever kind of legs she wants to do right now, right?
Right.
Get all situated. Your bottom should barely be on that pillow because you want your knees to be lower than your hips. That's the goal.
Almost fell off one.
Nani's like, she's gonna need 5 more pillows, but. Welcome to Activelyamber. We are reaching restorative today, and we're going to add in a mudra. So we're going to start off with the mudra today and some breathing. Let me turn my music down a little bit. There we go. So what we're going to do today, it is kind of here for us, it's a gloomy morning. It's kind of misty, foggy, just energy's drained. So we want to encourage our energy to go up, right? We want to increase that fire that's in the belly and the root chakra. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with an easy favorite mudra today. It's called Pran Mudra. So you're gonna take both hands, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna place the tips of your thumb, your ring, and your little finger together. And then you're gonna extend the other 2 out. So kind of like you're making the peace sign, right? And your fingers are all just kind of touching the finger pads. You're not overlapping. You're just gonna touch the finger pads, okay? So this is Pran Mudra. So with Pran Mudra, we're gonna place it wherever you want. I mean, you can place it out, you can place it down, you can place it on your legs. Open typically is receiving. And then if you put it down, you're the one receiving and giving. So you just determine which hand position you like the best. Which one's easiest to remember and which one's easiest to stay in, because you will be staying in it for just a little bit. So what we're gonna do today with this Pran Mudra, we're gonna activate the root chakra. So the root chakra is not our lowest, but it's the belly, kind of down low, but it's the center of everything. It's where our elemental force is, and that's what we need to either encourage to fire up, or we let it, like they say, it's a little fire inside, so it can either glow tiny bit, or it can be a blaze. So if you need more energy, you need it ablazing. So we need to kind of encourage that. So what you're gonna do, we're going to sit easy, back is straight, pelvis is under a little bit, back is straight, shoulders up, back and down, head is up, floating around. Close your eyes for me. And we're just gonna inhale and exhale deeply. So you're just gonna inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose, okay? And while you're inhaling and exhaling, I'll just let you know a little bit more about this Pran Mudra. So like I said, it kind of activates that elemental force and fire. It will increase your vitality. It will increase your vision. It helps to decrease fatigue and nervousness. So naturally, of course, it increases your energy while it decreases the fatigue. It increases our staying power, can't even talk today, our staying power. It increases our assertiveness if you need it. It can increase your self-confidence if you need it. It gives us the strength or the fire inside to start something new or to see things through if you need. So while you have your eyes closed, we're gonna keep inhaling and exhaling. And I want you to envision a tree. You are a tree right now. And while you inhale, I want you to envision the energy flowing into your roots, and the roots that are going into the ground. They're grounding you to become one with the ground. They're becoming thicker and longer during that inhalation. Then as you exhale, let the strength flow from those roots back up into that trunk, your body. It flows up, up, up. It's gonna flow up to your crown or the top of your tree. It's gonna flow up into the sky towards the sunlight. Then on the inhale again, we're working on the flowing in the roots, making them longer, stronger, deeper in the earth. And on the exhale, the energy is gonna flow up into the trunk, up to the crown, up into the sky, into the beautiful sun above. And let's just deeply inhale and exhale, thinking about our tree growing and growing thicker and stronger. Inhale, thinking about those roots digging deep into the earth below, Mother Nature. And exhale, sending that energy up through your trunk, up through the crown, into the sky above, giving the energy back to the sky and earth above us. Take a cleansing breath, inhale and exhale. Open your eyes, or you can keep them closed. Keep them closed for a minute, and I want to read an affirmation to you that I want you to say with me. So if you want to kind of, I'll say it and then you can repeat it. So the affirmation for today for the root chakra that we're working on is, if you'll say after me, I have a healthy appetite.
I have a healthy appetite
For the small and large adventures of life.
and large adventures for life.
I digest the challenges
I digest the challenges
with great pleasure and joy.
with great pleasure and joy.
We're gonna say it one more time. Y'all ready? I have a healthy appetite for the small and large adventures of life. I digest the challenges with great pleasure and joy. That's always just a great affirmation. You can open your eyes, feel the energy pulling through your body while we were breathing. Just kind of, we're gonna start wiggling about, moving it about. Let's go ahead and let's just start rotating. I love to just rotate in a circular motion. Your hips have been sitting for a second. Let's get them kind of moving, popping, hip. And then let's go the other way. Let's make sure we go the other way. Just kind of,
You're popping on that one.
you'll feel the tightness moving around. And I'm gonna try to remember which foot is in forward, because at the end we will come back to seated. And that's always fun. Move your hands around if you need to, with your shoulders. If you need to move. I'm gonna switch it back the other way because I didn't use my hands earlier. Oh, my shoulders are popping. Oh, just moving. What does your body need right now? Just repeat. Beautiful. All right, I'm just gonna move my shoulders. I'm gonna flow. We kind of move today, so we're just flowing. We're gonna get off our pillows here in a second. Just gonna make sure this.
Heard that pop.
There I go popping, right? I'm gonna make sure we're not on repeat again today. If you have a pillow or something below you, let's just pull it out. Ooh, and move it. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and start butterfly. And he's like, oh, back to butterfly.
Oh, Lord.
like a butterfly. And what I just want to do is, you know, flap your little wings, fly around, enjoy the day. I love to watch the butterflies float and flap around, and they're just so graceful and pretty, and you want to go touch them, but they move so fast. You don't want to hurt them because you don't want to take off that powder that they need, you know, on there. They're so cute. And I love the ones that have the big eyes on them, you know, to keep from predators. They have, you know, like the color, but they have the big spot on the eye or whatever. Have you noticed that on them? Those are to help them, like predators, to stay away from them and not eat them because they think it's an eye and they think it's a big animal. And so it helps to protect them. So it's nature's way of just protecting the weak or, you know, the small. So go ahead and grab your toes. I'm gonna inhale. And as I exhale, I'm just gonna try to lean forward a little bit. Feel it in my inner thighs. Love that feeling. Just getting some energy flowing through my thighs now, down to my feet. Inhale, coming back up, and let's just flap our wings again. We're still pretty stiff. Go ahead and keep one leg in, and let's just shoot the other leg out. Kind of straighten where your bottom is. Just straightening my leg, I already feel a stretch in my leg. I don't know about you guys. So just working with it slowly. I just want to inhale up. Ooh, there's the fireplace. And let's just exhale, leaning over slowly. Where can you go? Keeping that back pretty straight. If you can't touch, that's okay. You can touch your ankle. You can touch. Do you want to bring this arm? If you want to, you can bring it back behind you into kind of a half bind. Opening up this shoulder. Looking up at where the sunlight would be. Our spotlight. That's our sun today. Bringing warmth to us. Hopefully you feel a little bit of the stretching through the side. If you have your half bind back here, you feel the stretch through the leg. Let's release that bind, bring the arm back over. Inhale, bringing the arms back up and exhaling them down. Good. What about inhaling, and then as we exhale, let's just lean forward a little bit. What does that feel like? That's a different stretch in the leg, right? It's a different area. I like that though. If you are comfortable, stay here. If you need more, keep moving forward. That's another inner thigh, inner knee, kind of right in there, just a little stretch. Whatever your body wants. If you don't want it, back away. You're just nourishing your body today, giving it what it needs and wants, giving love to yourself and your body. Inhale, slowly coming back up. And we're gonna switch legs. So we're gonna bring the other one in. And we're gonna stick the other one out.
Mine's not even on the mat.
I know, that's why I was like, let's fix yourself. You don't have to work on your mat if you don't want, but my mat is glorified from the last yoga session we did with Halloween style, so sorry. I have glitter everywhere. All right, let's go ahead and inhale up. Keeping that foot not pointed but flexed, and we're just gonna lean over to this leg that's out straight. Trying to reach, grab for it. Inhaling. As you exhale, let's just maybe bring that arm back for a half bind. Bring it behind you, opening that shoulder. You can feel it so much through that upper back into the lower back. That's lovely. These early morning feelings. We're gonna inhale, bringing that arm back up around. Ooh, deeper stretch, deeper stretch. Inhale. And I want you to hold in like you're going to the bathroom and you stop that. Hold that Kegel type pressure. And we're gonna exhale, bringing that arm up. Good. Hands come down. Let's try the walking forward and see what you think. So inhale, exhale. Oh yes. Instead of the back, it's rolling forward now. Now you can feel it towards the front, the inner thighs. Inhaling, and as you exhale, that's always nice to kind of stretch it out a little bit more. Just to get it worked out. Good. Let's inhale, walking it back up slowly. And we're just gonna shoot both legs out. Recenter myself on my mat.
Yes, I should too.
Let's put our hands next to us, next to your hips here in your staff pose to where you're tall, you're regal. Your feet are back flexed. And let's point them. Inhale, let's flex them back. Exhale, let's point them. Inhale, bring them back. Exhale. You can always change position with breath movement, like if you decide you want to exhale with them forward and inhale, bringing them back, or the opposite. You can see what you think feels better. Let's inhale, arms come up. And let's just see where we can fall. Just hinging forward, right? Hinging. You can't go very far, that's okay. We don't have to this morning. Just wherever you can get to. And I just like to kind of rock back and forth to see where the tension is in the body. Is it in my back, my legs? Good. Let's trace our fingers and roll it up slowly, inhaling. And let's go ahead and curl our legs back. We're gonna go to all fours, and I'm gonna try to figure out why this is on repeat. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Sorry, y'all. On repeat. We're gonna go back to our favorite cat-cows. So your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Knees are directly underneath your hips. Feet are flat on the ground. So you're in all four position, right? So we're gonna do a little cat-cow. So we always start with our cow. Inhaling, we're gonna let that belly fall down, booty goes up, head goes up. Exhale, you're gonna tuck the belly in, tuck the head under, looking under at your belly button. Those shoulders are in that cat scared pose. And flowing with your breath. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Just keep it on repeat. We're just getting our whole body worked. Getting that heat, that life force building within. Last one. Exhale. Now from here, if you can, we're going to move into plank. So we're just going to move our toes. We're up on our toes, lifting our legs. And if not, if your booty can't go down, because you need to focus your shoulders a little bit more forward, then put your knees down. You're not in all fours though, so you want to kind of be leaning forward. Nope. Put your hands back and your shoulders. There you go. There you go. That's good. So you'll stay in plank. Good. So let's do a little side plank. This is always a fun one. So we're gonna pick a hand. I'm gonna do right hand. I'm gonna show you first how to do it modified. So that's with our knees down. We're just gonna roll over. And we're just gonna leave one knee on the ground, the other one will come out straight, and we'll just hold. This is great for your core in the trunk area and the abs. Exhale, bring it back down. And making sure that our shoulders are leaning forward. There you go, there you go. We're gonna switch sides, left side. We're gonna roll and lean forward a little bit more with that shoulder. There you go. Good. Coming back down. Okay, you're gonna do that again in the same position. I'm gonna pop up and show them how to do it in full plank. So my hand will come down and I'm gonna roll over both sides here. You will feel the shakes. It's good. We're getting a work, tightening up these muscles. You should feel that energy flowing from that hand on the ground all the way up to the sky. Coming back, we're gonna go the other side. Woo. Moving that shoulder forward just a little bit. There you go. Feel the energy flowing, shooting up through the fingers into the sky. That heat building in that trunk and root. Oh, so good. I'm gonna put my knees down. And from here, we are going to kiss the ground. So we're gonna put our chest down. I'm gonna make Nani do this one. No, that's not your chest, that's your booty. She likes to do the opposite. I don't know why. It's so funny.
It's like if I go down, I go boom.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give our hands a little bit of a break since we were doing the plank, which can be sometimes hard on the wrist. So what I want you to do is instead of cobra today, we're gonna move our elbows right in front of our chest almost. So put your elbows right underneath your shoulder. Hands out, feet are relaxed, and we're just gonna look up. This is the Sphinx pose. You know, like the Egyptian Sphinx, where they're the big statues that just stand and look at you. If you've ever seen any of the movies, I've never been there personally, but you always see the movies, and they're such elegant creatures just standing, protecting, and watching all. So we're gonna be a Sphinx for a moment. And we're gonna watch all knowing, all protecting. And make sure we're breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Just giving our wrist a couple of minutes to rest. This is another one on the lower back. Push your pelvic into the ground if you need some extra support. Head is up high, looking elegant, all knowing. I always feel super powerful in this pose, I don't know. Nani's like, no, not so much. Let's go ahead and bring them back down. Let's put our hands right next to our chest or nipple line. Elbows, I don't want them out. I would like the elbows tucked in. Your legs and feet are still on the ground. Relaxed, perfect. You're gonna actually squeeze your glutes together a little bit and we're gonna move up into cobra. So when we inhale, we're gonna come up, but we're not gonna straighten those elbows out. We're gonna keep them bent, so good. And then you're just gonna exhale down. Good. Forehead down on the mat for a second. And let's inhale. And as we inhale, bring up your back, bring up your hands, move everything. Your head will come last to look up. And then exhaling down, your head is the last thing to come down. Good. Let's inhale it again. Inhale the back, the arms. Squeezing the legs together. Head is the last thing to come up. And then as we exhale back down, the head is the last thing to come down. Good job. Good job. Let's go ahead and move our arms out beside us. I'm going to go ahead and put the palms down. Feet are just flat. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of back strengthening here. So I want to inhale. We're going to raise up our arms and our legs. We're flying through the sky, right? As you exhale, we're just going to put it down. Good. Let's try that again. So let's inhale. Rising up the arms and the legs. Beautiful. And exhaling down. Inhaling up. And you guys exhaling down. Keep with your same rhythm here. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do one more. Beautiful. So now let's bring our hands back up towards our chest. And I want to curl our toes for a second and come up onto our knees. And maybe the camera, nope, okay. And we're gonna keep our toes curled. We're just gonna slowly move back into our child's pose. Hands are out. Oh, must be Nani's favorite, I hear that. Head comes down. You're just stretching, and feel free to wiggle and figure out where, rocking those hips back and forth if you need. And just keeping those elbows off the ground. We're in active child's pose. Deep breaths in through the nose and back out through the nose. Hands are gripping, toes are underneath us, so guess what? We are going to slowly, using our abdominal muscles, we're going to inhale and we're going to push up into down dog. Walk your feet up a little bit if you need. First down dog, we're going to clear our sinuses here. Oh, I can already feel it coming. Hands are spread out, shoulders, you're pushing them back. Your head is down in between. Shake it out if you need to shake your head out. You're on your toes. Knees bent slightly if you need to, or legs straight. We're going to try walking the dog slowly. So I do want you to obviously bend one knee. The other, you're going to try to push that heel down. Straightening out the other. The one that the heel goes down, you're straightening out that knee.
Oh.
Then you're bending the opposite knee. You're straightening the one that the heel goes down. Okay? So we're just going to inhale, coming up, and then exhale, pushing one side down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, pushing the other side. There you go, popping. Okay? Good. So from here, we're going to go ahead and after you finish out your walking, we're going to be back on our toes. And I want us just to flow forward slowly into our plank. Go down to your knees if you need. But remember, your hands are not out in front of you. Your hands are underneath your shoulder. And if you need your knees down, you're kind of leaning over them. Okay? Good. So we're going to go down to our chaturanga. So if I was up, I would come down. You're going to have your knees down. You're going to kiss the ground.
Oh, no.
That means chest first, then the booty. Just go slow. You're good. We'll work on that part
Okay, we need one.
with the chest first. Puts less pressure on you than if you do the whole body. So that's why the chest first is a little bit easier. Maybe. Easier on the body, we'll say that, right? Okay. So let's inhale back up into our cobra. We'll just sway down, exhaling. You can even do the cobra hiss. Inhaling up. Cobra hiss. Beautiful. Curl your toes. You're gonna go back onto your knees, onto child's pose. We're not staying here long, so don't get too excited. We're gonna use those abs. Hands are gripped into the ground, toes into the earth. We're gonna bring it up into down dog. Move it up if you need to a little bit. Recenter yourself. Inhale and exhale, shake out that head. Yes, no. Here I want to raise up my right leg. Mommy loves these. Exhale, I'm gonna drop that knee, bend it. The heel comes to the bottom. Opening up that hip kind of to the sky if you can. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, lower that foot back down. Other side now, inhale up. Exhale, bending that knee. The heel goes to the bottom. Inhaling back out. Exhaling down. Good. So now, let's do our roll forward into our plank. You can do on the knees, but make sure your hands are underneath your shoulder. Then you can do your kiss the ground. Chest goes down first. I'm going to do chaturanga, and then I'm going to come to up dog. You do chest down. Oh, okay. And then you come up to cobra.
Oh, Lord.
Good. And you exhale down. And I'm going to go back to down dog. Curl your toes. And you're going to come back to down dog.
Oh, I am.
Curl your toes. We're going to raise a leg and we're going to actually move into a plank. Or not a plank, a lunge. So we're going to move this foot forward. Bring it forward.
Okay.
That's okay. You just kind of slowly start moving it. Use your pillow if you need to. I'll have my blocks up here now. We moved them.
For money?
No.
Oh,
Put it on the other side. Over here. Yeah. There you go. And try to wiggle your foot forward a little bit because you got to protect the knee to make sure that the knee is not over your toes. So we're just going to protect it. If you need to, put that back knee down. And then you can wiggle off that foot a little bit more. There you go. We're just opening up these hips. There you go. Good. If you feel feisty, no, I stay where you are, but if you feel feisty, you could twist. Nani's not there yet, so don't go there. I don't want her to go wild. We're gonna bring our other foot up. Ready? And just bring it up to you. There you go. Kind of get into you're in a forward fold. Shake it out. Bend the knees if you need to. Just kind of let it hang. There's my nose, my sinuses are coming out. Inhale, half lift. So hands go on the shin. Push out, inhaling. Exhale all the way down. Good. So from here, I had my right leg in front last time for a lunge, right? So, or correct? So this time I left. So take your right leg back so we can do the other lunge.
I think I did that already.
You did the right side, so you need to put your right leg back. No, that's
Oh,
the
my
wrong.
right leg back.
Yeah. It's hard to remember sometimes, but as soon as you move your leg, wait, I think I already did that side. So then it helps you to realize, oh, okay, other side. You can put the back knee down if you need to for a little bit more, less pressure for you. And you stay there. If you're feisty, you can twist open. And I'll tell you, the more and more I do through my chaturanga, my up dog, my plank, my down dog, the more I work my shoulders, I do feel like a big difference in my shoulders and the strength that I have. Hands come down, and let's go back into plank.
Oh Lord.
Knees down, there you go, there you go. And so if you need your knees down, you'll be in this kind of a plank. Perfect. So then what you're gonna do is you're going to kiss the ground, and you can go fast, it's okay.
Kiss it.
I'm gonna let her kiss the ground. I'm gonna go chaturanga style. So I come down, I'm holding, and then I come to my up dog.
Oh, good, almost.
She almost did it.
I almost did it.
Hands next to you, go to cobra. Good, go all the way down. Guess what, we're gonna do child's pose, but this time we are going to do knees out, toes together. This is the favorite. This one you can relax your elbows down, put your head down. Soak in the earth, roots, the grass.
It opens it all up.
Oh yes. The more, while we stay in this position, the more upside down I am, I love the way it flows, the blood flows through to the sinuses. It helps to clear out the sinuses. So sometimes you do start kind of coughing and getting it up, but this child's pose is another reflection. You could just rest. You can even put your cheek on one side and you can just wrap your arms around your legs. This is my favorite right here. It's just so relaxing. We just worked a little hard session, right? Doing a little bit of the chaturanga. Nani's like, I am done kissing the ground.
I'm gonna practice.
We're gonna build up the strength for her because we wanna make sure our bones are nice and healthy and strong, especially as we start getting older. We get that bone loss, so we wanna make sure we're nice and strong. If your head was tilted one way with a cheek on the mat, turn the other way. Don't forget, you're inhaling and exhaling. I love this pose because you could fall asleep. You know, all the kids used to fall asleep this way.
Yeah,
I totally see why.
definitely.
Definitely relaxing, isn't it? We're not going to stay here much longer, so sorry, Nani. No nap time. Let's go ahead and come up. Bring our knees together. And you're just going to sit on your feet. Can everybody still see me? Okay. We're going to put our hands on our knees. Back is nice and straight. Head up like a little balloon. And what we're doing in lightning bolt, we're just feeling the energy flow from the ground up through those hands, up through the elbows, up through the trunk, up to the neck, up to the crown, and out again on your exhales. On your inhales, feel that energy coming from the sky above, down, down, down. Down, feeling the belly and into the earth. And then as you exhale, feel that energy come back up slowly through that whole body. Can you feel the energy flowing? That life force, that elemental force that we have. Stay there and keep breathing. Good. We're going to go ahead and kind of swing back over onto our bottom. we didn't do any standing today. That's usually not like me, so I don't know. I'm in a different mood today. What can I say? Excuse me. Straightening out my legs again. Yes, let's do opposites. This is fun. We'll be facing each other oppositely. Inhale up. Let's exhale, leaning over. Where can we go? I'm able to reach a little bit further than earlier. We'll see what you feel. Fun. If you want to try something fun and exciting, I'm going to grab with my right foot. My left hand's going to grab my toe. And you don't have to try this if you don't want, but I'm going to lift it up. I like that answer. Huh? Just think about it. You keep stretching your way and you just think about, can you even reach over towards touching that knee or that ankle of the opposite side? Can you just do that?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's your start. You're just going to start reaching for the other side. I'm going to exhale and lower it down. So then I'm going to reach and grab both. And as I exhale, I'm going to grab the opposite. So now it's my left foot and right hand, and whatever you can grab, I'm going to place my other hand down. I'm just going to lift it up. See, you can grab the other side. You just start at level 1, or Krama 1, which means just start trying it out to see what it feels like. Because you can even be wild and we can go over the body and I can twist. Or, no, not you, me.
I'm going, okay.
Me. Exhaling down. Nani gets a little excited and wants to try everything. She is like adventurous, I'm going to tell you right now. Inhale it back up. You tell her to jump, she's like, all right, let's go. Like, slow down, we got to learn to walk before we run. You got to love it though. All right, let's bring one knee up. Let's bring the other knee up. And we're going to roll it back slowly. Make sure I don't hit myself here. One vertebrae at a time. So let's go slow. One vertebrae. One more. Grabbing a different area. Go slow. Slow. Make sure I'm not hitting the fireplace. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and we're going to raise one leg up. So I'm going to pick my right leg. Oh, I don't think I have my strap for you. Reaching the back of the leg. You're just going to pull it forward a little bit. Try to point the toes. Does that feel different? Flexing, do you feel it differently there? The flexing, I feel it better down along the back side. Pointing is the shin. Where do you need the extra stretch today? That's where you want to either point or flex. It's all about your body and what you need. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Good. Let's go ahead and let's relax that leg, leaving it up in the air, but let's roll the ankle around. One way and then the other. Beautiful. Let's put that leg down. Both feet are now on the mat. Now the opposite leg will come up. We're going to grab behind it. We're going to pull it forward. And again, let's play with, does this leg need me to point the toes so I feel it more in the front, top shin area? Or do I need to pull the toes back and flex and feel it in this back area? Where do I need it today? It's all about you. This is your practice. You do what you feel is right for you. If you don't like it, you move on to a different one. Everybody is so different, and that's why we love people, because we're all created so differently. If not, it would be a boring world if we were all the same, let me tell you.
Definitely.
We're going to keep this other leg up, but relax it now, and we're just going to roll the ankle one way, and we're going to roll it the other way. And we're gonna release it down. So another fun one that I love to do is we're gonna bring both knees up, and we're gonna actually bring both feet up. We're gonna do legs up the wall. If you have a wall, you can do it up the wall. Sometimes I find I have to wiggle my hips up and put my hands underneath as like a base, kind of like a little triangle. I put my hands together in a triangle underneath my bottom here. And it's like a better base to keep my hips up and my legs up the wall. If that helps you, by all means use it. We're gonna keep our feet flexed on this one though, so our toes are kind of pulling back towards your shins. And you're just gonna breathe in and out. Legs up the wall typically can be done for like 3 to 5 minutes. And it's a great release from all that blood flow that's normally in that bottom half coming back down. It's another inversion. That's always fun. I won't make us hold it for 3 to 5 minutes though, I promise. But this is a nice one at the end of the day. Doing this pose or asana just to kind of help release some of that blood flow. All right, I'm gonna take my hands out, I'm gonna bend my knees. I'm gonna bring them into my chest. I'm gonna hug them to me. Oh, that feels so good. You can kind of rock back and forth, holding your knees in. How does that feel? Divine. Right? Mm-hmm. All right, let's put our feet back on the mat. And we're gonna do a couple of different windshields. I wanna try this first one with your feet just on the mat. Hands are just kind of out at your side, just relaxed. Just start windshield wipering the knees back and forth. You're gonna feel it in the sacrum area, which is right in here in between the buttocks, down low. Start to kind of pulling up a little bit. This is really good for that sacral discomfort. Starting up into that lumbar area. Just back and forth. And if you want to, on the next one, let's go ahead and just drop those knees to one side. And of course, whichever way my knees are facing, my head's gonna look the opposite way. This is gonna be a good, I love these twists because they're like wash rag twists. Like you get the wash rag completely wet and you just twist it and you get all the kinks out of it. So this is one of those that gets all the kinks out of that back and the sacral area where you sit a lot. If you're sitting a lot, you've got to stretch them out, okay? You can't just leave them where they are and just deal with it. You gotta keep moving it. Let's inhale, bringing those knees back up to center. And then as we exhale, just let them fall to the other side. Do you feel that stretch all the way through the buttocks, all the way coming up the back? Oh, so nice. So whichever way your knees are pointed, let's just look the other way. Beautiful. We're going to inhale, bring your knees back up. Now let's bring them all the way to the chest. So just tucking them in, holding them in. So now we're going to windshield wiper with them up high. Arms come back out to relax. And just start kind of letting them go almost, but not quite. And then you're going to bring them back to center. Letting them go almost, not quite. You feel the body just kind of stretching. Now not the sacral area as much, but now up the lumbar into the thoracic, which is your chest area where your ribs are. So you're feeling that. Going slow. Oh, there we go. I'm already subluxating and popping myself.
I wish I was.
Pick a side. And we're gonna let our body, just let the legs fall down to the side. There you go. Woo, up the thoracic, I start popping. Arms out, whichever way my knees face. I'm gonna look the opposite. That's gonna get an extra up into the thoracic, almost a cervical too when you turn the head. If you have neck issues, you don't have to turn the head. You can just look straight up at the sky. But if you want that extra ringing, see what it feels like to you. I just gave myself a chiropractic adjustment. Natural through movement. It's always a good feeling and you're just not meaning to do it. It just happens. Continue to breathe in and out. If you feel like this is not ringing enough or not a stretch enough, you can lower. Nani, don't do this one. But for others involved, you can lower that bottom leg, straightening it out, and just keep this top one. And you can just pull a little bit further with that knee, and there you go. I'm popping even more right through here. Just an extra added stretch if you need. Both shoulders are still on the ground. One hip is. We're gonna go back up to our center. So we're gonna bring both legs back together. We're gonna roll our legs back to center, kind of re-grabbing them for a second, making sure hips, shoulders are on the ground, arms come out. Let's go the other way. Let your legs fall the other way. And of course, look the opposite way your knees are. Beautiful. Stay here, or if you want a little bit more of a stretch, you just straighten out that bottom leg, keeping the top one bent. And get even more into it. Making sure both shoulders are on the mat and one hip is on the mat. Let's inhale, we'll bring our knees back up to center. Let's grab our right knee, straighten out that left leg. Putting it down on the ground. Feet are flexed on the ground one, so the toes come back. This top one, I'm just gonna slowly let my knee fall to the side, holding it with my hand. Good. And if you want to, you can pull up. Just opening that hip a little bit more. Excuse me. Inhale, we're going to bring this knee back up to the center. Both knees come back up. Now we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to grab our left knee and we're going to push our right foot out, putting that heel on the ground, just pushing through to straighten it. Keeping that bottom foot flexed, so that means toes are pointed back towards your shin. This left knee, we're just going to let it fall open. Open to the side, open. Beautiful. Stretching out, you can feel it in the sacrum back there. You can feel it in your hip flexor from the leg that's down on the ground, from where your hip goes down, connects to the thigh down. Beautiful. All right, inhale. And bring both feet to the mat, knees bent. For our last little relaxing stretch that we're gonna do, bring that right leg up. I want the right ankle to come over the left thigh. And what we're gonna do is, I have my right hand on my right knee. I'm gonna push it away from my body for just a second. Push it away from you. Good. Now I'm gonna thread my hands underneath the left leg that's pull it towards me so that that right leg comes closer into our reclining pigeon. Really stretching out the glutes on this side, up into the hip flexors. Really a gorgeous stretch to kind of get everything stretched out. And it's nice because you can do this on the ground, but if you have knee issues, it hurts. So this is always a great alternative so that you're protecting your knees. Good. Let's go ahead and release the foot to the mat. We're gonna put both feet on the mat, both knees bent. Now we're gonna do the opposite side. So now the left leg comes up, left ankle comes over the right thigh. Left hand on the left knee, push it away from you. Away from you, more towards where your other foot is, kind of like push. Just opening up the hips. You're gonna release, and we're going to take both of our hands, thread through, grab this right leg, and pull it back to you. For some nice, lovely stretch. Good job. You guys have done fabulous today. You guys have worked so hard today. Let's release. Both feet on the mat. And guess what? We have made it to our grand finale. So move the legs out. Ooh, we're going to move to Shavasana. And of course, being upside down now has my sinuses all draining. We're going to put our arms out to our side. If you can relax here completely, go ahead and relax completely. If you need to be walked through it, I'm going to walk you through it really quick and help you to just relax the whole body. So what I want you to do is at this point, we're going to start curling our toes and tightening our toes, okay? We're going to start tightening our thighs, squeezing them together. Your bottom, squeeze it together. Your abs, we're going to clench the abs together. Bringing your head up, clenching the chest. The arms are clenched. If you want to bring them all the way up, you can, or just pull them into a curl, curling the fingers into a ball. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, release all your muscles at once. Your arms just fall to the side. Your feet just kind of relax to the side. And let's think, your toes should be relaxed. Your ankles. Moving up through the legs. Sometimes the glutes are a little bit tight. If so, tighten them up really quick, squeeze them, and relax them. Belly should be relaxed. Your arms relaxed. Fingers are kind of curled up a little bit in a natural, relaxed state. Your neck and shoulders, if you feel any tension there, just kind of move your neck back and forth really quick. Not really quick, sorry. Just kind of stretching it out to see where that tension is. And then just relax. Your jaw should be slightly open, relaxed. No teeth clenching. Your brow should feel relaxed. You're not furrowed. You're just relaxed, looking through your closed eyes. We're just going to inhale and exhale through our nose very deeply. Thinking about your tree trunk. Now our tree is laying on the ground. And we have our roots coming out of our heels into the ground. They're coming from the bottom of the thighs and the bottom, digging down into the ground. From our back, the back of our roots are just spreading down into the ground, growing longer and deeper into the earth, going down all the different layers of earth, through the center, the magma of the earth, feeling the warmth coming through. We're taking that energy back up through the earth. As our roots go deeper into the earth, we're giving our energy to the earth. And then when we inhale, we're pulling that energy back from the earth into ourselves. Feel the energy pulsating of the earth. It's nourishment. And we feel the sun above us, on us, on our little tree with our leaves, needing the sun to nourish us every day, giving us our photosynthesis, so that we may then shed our leaves when we no longer need them, and give back to the earth. It's all a circle of life. Deep inhale, feeling all that energy coming in from the earth, up through your roots, into you. And as you exhale, you're sending that energy up, out, through the leaves, into the sky, into the ceiling above us, the sky above us. You're going to start to come back by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Good. We're going to start bending our legs by bringing our knees up, keeping your eyes closed. Just kind of wiggle your legs back and forth a little bit. Move at your shoulders. And let's roll onto one side into a fetal position. Resting your head in your arm. Other hand is just kind of right here to base and protect you. Take a cleansing breath in and out. And let's slowly start to sit it up. And you can keep your eyes closed at this point. Sorry, y'all. I'm over here. Keeping your eyes closed if you want. We'll meet back at a seated position. And I remember earlier my legs, so I have to switch them up to make sure that they're the opposite. And if you're seated, you can continue with your eyes closed. Let's look with our head facing down. Let's roll it around slowly with some neck circles, one way. And then let's slowly move it to the other way. neutral. Do feel like one more shoulder stretch is needed. So let's go ahead and I'm going to take my arm across, whichever arm you pick, and you can grab and just kind of stretch it out. Grab towards you. Just to help. We did a lot of playing down dog, chaturanga, so let's just get that last extra stretch out. Let's switch sides, so opening, bringing the other one around, pulling it back towards you. Oh yes. Just helping with some stretching up this shoulder, making it nice and strong. Let's relax both of those. Hands on your knees. Now let's go ahead and do a cleansing breath. You can keep your eyes closed or open. It's up to you. Inhaling up. Hands come together to Actively Mudra, which means your palms are together to like hands at heart. Bringing your hands slowly down through the third eye. Down, down to the heart center. The light in me honors, appreciates, and respects the light in each one of you. And if you will move your hands up to your third eye with me, inhaling. And with that, we will both bow and say, Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining today. Activelyamber, and always my special guest, Nani, for our Reaching Restorative with our Pran Mudra today, which is kind of like the piece, but we did the Pran Mudra to get us some energy activated. And I hope you enjoyed it today. We did felt more relaxing, but it's just intuitive, just whatever I feel, whatever she feels, we kind of go with the flow. So hopefully you enjoyed our go with the flow. And if so, you can subscribe and like. And again, signing off, Activelyamber. Thank you. Bye.